as such as people living in the kingdom of darkness, could be used against you. You know, if they're in the kingdom of darkness, they're operating in rebellion or dysfunctionality. And this is something, you know, every day the Lord reminds me who I am, you know, through other people's trials and pains, you know, and it corrects and edifies. Like he says, your enemies become your footstool. I was in the synagogue of Satan about before thee, know that I have loved thee. So I'm reminded every day, like I say, the different ways, like watching other people or discerning, observing other people's behaviors is correcting mine. I examine and judge myself. I use everything I see as wisdom. You know, what is this teaching me? What is the Lord showing me through this? Like seeing through the eyes of Christ. What do I see in this person? What do I see in that person that I see in myself? What would I want to be done to me if I was in that predicament? That's empathy. So I was just reading a verse, glory in knowing the Lord. It says, thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understand and knoweth me, and that I am the Lord, which exercises loving kindness. See, we have to love others as we want to be loved. You reap what you sow, you eat the fruits of your labor. So loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. And that's Egypt. You know, he says, we're all in Egypt. Like I said, we're born in a sin. We go through our trials in life. Sometimes they overcome us, or we succumb to them. But removal of your stony heart is what heals you. Egypt and Judah and Edom and children of the Ammon and Moab. Remember, these were gods of Egypt. Ammonites, the Moabites who worshipped Chemosh and Malkart. I've done my biblical research, so I know what tribes we're talking about. And all that are in the outermost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all their nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel uncircumcised in their heart. Learn not the way of the heathen. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed in the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. You know, like the world lies in the power of the wicked. When traditions of man, the customs of people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of his forest, the work of his hands of the workman, and which is his axe. This is talking about Christmas and how we shouldn't celebrate it. They deck it with silver and gold. With gold they fasten with nails and with hammers that remove not. They are upright and palm. These are idols. But speak not. They must not needs to be born, because they cannot go. They cannot do anything. They be not afraid of them. For they cannot do evil, neither also. This is why I just told someone, evil desires of man's heart. Nothing in this world is evil. It's the things we idol and what we do to obtain that idolatry in our lives. What would we succumb to or surrender to, or deplete or diminish our lives for something that carries no value or life to it? What are you willing? It's like sacrifice, like the Lord said, pathetic torture, Carthaginian child, which would be your Phoenician, Philistines, and Canaanites, or Syrians or merchants. This was pathetic torture. They set themselves on fire. Topeth in the valley of Hinnom, shades of death. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice to have a sound mind and a loving relationship with people around you? What will you harden your heart to obtain, or like where people are just in your way? They're just plays in the part, and you don't feel nothing for them. You have no humanitarian skills. You have no love in your heart. Like Pharaoh let my people go, like King Solomon and 666 talents, and enslaving people for his temple, for the things he wanted. That's what it means. His temple, he was the temple of the living God. But he had idols in his heart, a brazen altar, a brazen image, that golden calf, which was symbolic of forsaking the covenant with the Lord. He lived life on his own terms, like Pharaoh and most of the gods of Egypt did. He forsook the Lord for the things he was living for, and he enslaved other people. And that demise, a heart that devised wicked schemes, that's what we're referring to. He had idols in his heart. I don't care what you want. I need you to build this for me. I need you to do this. I'm not worried or concerned with your feelings. Your feelings aren't mattering to me right now. I need this done. And a lot of us become these cunning hirelings in the world, where we want people to be better than we're willing to be, or we put the standards so high for others, and we don't live by those. We're not honest. You know, like he says, the cunning hireling. The Bible speaks of this.